How much do you know about the Olsons? We all know Jimmy Olson is Superman's best pal in the universe. But the Olsons, as a family, as a dynasty, are less talked about. In the second issue of the rebooted Superman's pal Jimmy Olson, we start getting into the history of the Olsons in Metropolis. They're a fundamental part of the city. Joachim Olson first arrived in this nation from Sweden, laid down his claim and worked the land. Then Lex Luthor's great-great-great-grandfather came down and I just bought it and tossed him over a waterfall. This, of course, has created somewhat of a chilly relationship between the Luthors and the Olsons going on for centuries. So we cut to the modern day, where Julian Olson is the serious Olson, a serious and studious, studied professional who knows how to do things right and brings honor to the name. Currently, Julian is in the middle of trying to defend the Monarch, an ancient giant lion that the Luthors built, which, in a sense of irony, Lex is working very hard to tear it down. This is the lion right here. Pretty impressive. Yeah, I could see why people would want that preserved and why it would be a tourist attraction. While Julian fights to preserve some of the historical buildings from Metropolis's past, Jimmy's jumping out of a plane in space because somebody dared him to. And he's going to do it without the use of a parachute. I always knew parachutes were keeping us humans down. Listen, if we keep throwing people out of planes, eventually we will evolve the ability to survive being thrown out of a plane, called thinking. Imagine the millions of dollars we would save on airports. All we would have to do is just toss everybody out of a plane. That's the America I want to live in. Anyways, they gave Jimmy like a cocktail of gene therapy so he could theoretically survive the jump. Well, the gene therapy part works, but it accidentally transforms him into a giant turtle man. And if you are familiar with your comic book history and or has seen the video I made on it, this is a reference to one of the most famous issues of Superman's pal, Jimmy Olson, where he turns into a giant turtle man for very dumb and arbitrary reasons. Jimmy Olson is very good at doing fun stuff for very dumb and stupid and arbitrary reasons. In the midst of Superman saving him from his dumb and stupid and arbitrary, they accidentally destroy the giant lion statue that Julian was working very hard to preserve. But don't worry, Jimmy lives. Jimmy's good at living. This leaves Perry White flippin' mad. Turns out because of Jimmy's various fuck-ups, they have high insurance premium on him, but he's also the most popular part of the newspaper and is the only thing still making money in this brutal, terrible world of clickbait. They decide to get him away from Metropolis to a city that already is permanently destroyed. That's where we leave issue 2 off, Jimmy in Gotham City.